Hey, Shoulders. This is our first community update that we're publishing on YouTube. We're going to try to do these on a basis where every time we do one of the videos, we'll go ahead and send you guys a text so that you can check out at your leisure any shoulder updates that we have going on. So thanks for watching this first one. I'm with Austin Baker, our Chief Growth Officer. And Austin has a bunch of different updates to share as of this date. I think it's December 10th, 2024. Austin, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Exciting times for Shoulder. We've got a number of updates for people coming on board. A lot of employee benefit plans renew for January 1st. So we've been in very active conversations and doing enrollments in the past week and a half, 2 weeks with new customers, and still have a few more that are making some final decisions. And so with every new year coming, we want to continue to grow with all the plans that are being sponsored by employers. And so with that, we have several new customers coming on board that have signed that I could announce, and some that I could reference that are about to sign. But we have first off in the Colorado area, we have the Ronald McDonald House. Their board and organization leaned into Shoulder really to provide support for their employees. They do incredible work every day. They have individuals coming in the house that have significant issues going on, with the nature of their work that they support. And they wanted to make sure that they were really investing in the mental well-being of their employees with all of the care that they provide for their community. So they're doing their enrollment as we speak, and we're excited to have them come on board. And they've just decided to invest in their mental well-being for the organization, adding Shoulder on top of their benefits. So excited about that customer that's coming on. The second one that we have is near and dear to my heart as well, in the restaurant hospitality industry out of Memphis, family-owned restaurant that I have involvement with, Owen Brennan's. So we've been rolling it out to the employees of the restaurant. They expressed a lot of excitement over the benefit being added, and they finally finished their enrollment over this past week. So hopefully all the coordinator sessions will start to be booked soon as well. And so that's the second customer. The third that's come on board is another organization that we're doing some very special work with, that's doing their enrollment this week, called Seeding Success. And Seeding Success actually has a sister organization in the Memphis area as well that provides incredible leadership and support for a universal pre-K. It's called First Aid. So it's kind of two nonprofits under one benefits plan. And so those two organizations I've been a part of for a very long time as a board member. And they are looking to not only invest in it for the people that that are serving the community, but also in the community itself. So we've got some exciting things and opportunities to support a number of communities in that area with some of their partners in their work. So it's incredible organizations, great team. They were very excited about it. We did their group meeting, and the leadership had lots of people messaging saying how excited they were about Shoulder being offered. And then finally, one that I can't say the name of quite yet because they're not fully signed, but we have all verbal yeses, and we're finalizing the details of their plan design. As a very large healthcare organization that will be one of the largest customers to come on board for Shoulder to date. And many of them provide care for individuals and households that have people with disabilities and supporting them. And so that organization is in a couple of different states. And so we'll be doing some rollout likely later this year and early next year with their open enrollment with that organization. So those are some really exciting updates. Another quick news that a bit disappointing. I know many of you have supported RFSD for some time. They've been in some plan design changes with the way that they were building their plans. And so we're in conversations with their new broker. The new broker loves what we're doing. Is actually looking at it from a plan design level across the state for many organizations, has recommended that they take some second looks once they finalize some of the budgets and roll out the new plans that they have. But so for the time being, for all of you that are supporting RFSD, Mark and team with Shoulder Up Foundation are going to be supporting for January transition for a few sessions that will be available for individuals that are currently receiving services. And then from there, we're going to have a number of options for self-pay that we'll work out and be able to work with you to help communicate as well as our communications out to sharers. So, with all the transitions that happen, it is a part of the cycle of, being in a plan and included and also being added to plans is new. So I wanted y'all to know about the new programs coming on and the changes with RFSD. So we have some great opportunities to possibly continue with them in the future. It won't be in the near term. It'll be probably in the longer term. But for now, we're going to make sure that we support the shares that y'all have supported for so long and give y'all great opportunities to continue to work with them. So those are the quick flyover of updates. I know it's fast and furious, but we still have other brokers and people reaching out to Sholder that are looking to come on board at the end of the year of various sizes. And so it's certainly a very busy time. If you have any individuals in your network that are companies that want to look at Sholder, we'll make sure you have contact information for me to be able to connect with that group. And many of you already provided some incredible referrals that we're very excited about for 2025. So we're definitely in a growth mode with a lot of opportunities and a lot of opportunities in terms of the product design to continue to feature, enhance, and reward our shoulders that do such amazing work. So thank you from me. Thank you, Mark and team, and all the leaders of the network of Shoulders. You'll have an incredible community, and I couldn't be more excited to serve and support all of you.
Thanks, Austin. We really appreciate the update. I have a few questions. I'm going to throw them out there so you can think about them. And then I wanted to make a couple comments about RFSD. With respect to the new customers coming on in 2025, when would you anticipate the first onboarding, generally speaking? And then also, generally speaking, what number are we looking at in terms of overall employees being covered, just generally? And if you don't want to include the one that isn't signed off on yet, you don't have to. If you want to include it, either way, whichever works for you. That's the main question. The timing and then also the number.
Yeah, so the Ronald McDonald House is around, I believe, around close to 50 employees total. The Owen Brennan's is about 45, 50 employees total as well. The Seating Success Group, a little over 35 employees total. And then the one that's closer to signing is just north of 1,000 in terms of the total population there. So, and then we've got others in the pipeline in the hundreds. So lots of new opportunities. The second part of your question in terms of the rollout, what we're doing is we're actually testing some new ideas in the rollout of how we communicate with the prospective sharers and employees with the plans. And so we're going to be doing some texting and email communications that'll go out in the next week. We've done some group meetings with their open enrollments. And we're also running kind of a sweepstakes where we're encouraging all of them in December that invest in themselves and book shouldering sessions, where we're also going to be donating some additional sessions for the existing organizations that Shoulder Up serves on their behalf, and then using that as kind of a goodwill incentive to say, like, when you put on your own mask, we're going to help you to put on the mask of someone else, and we're when you're investing in yourself, you're paying it forward. And so we're testing out those things in the rollout with each of those groups, and they've expressed a lot of excitement over getting their employees engaged, getting them into coordinator sessions, and getting them matched. So we hope to see a nice bump over that with a variety of different communications we're using for rollout. And all of that's happening within the next few weeks. So we're really working hard to push as much of that before around the December 15th, 20th time when people kind of start to duck out. But we will stay tuned for that. And we hope to have a number of coordinator sessions and maybe even some shoulder sessions booked before the new year going into the holidays.
Yeah, that's super. Thanks. And my understanding also is that with these particular new clients that are coming in, there's the opportunity for Shoulder to have more direct contact from day one with them. Whereas with RFSD, it was really tough that first year getting access to the teachers that we were serving, is my understanding.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of organizations communicate in different ways. And so being able to get those lists of employees and contact directly for activation, both from a text and email, has been a key part of our kind of pivot. We're kind of buried in newsletters with the existing customer base as opposed to having direct communication access. And so we're really excited to see what results that'll bring. And we want to test various messaging too that we're going to be doing ongoing, not just at the launch, but throughout the year with people that are coming on. So stay tuned for some outreach that we'll be asking for some of your feedback on some messaging around that as well, because we want to use the words of the customers and how people are choosing to use Shoulder too. So Some more to come on that, but we're going to have a lot more direct access, which I hope will result in reaching a lot more people at a higher participation rate.
Super. Thanks, Austin. So I wanted to also talk a little bit about RFSD from my understanding, and then also to share with those shoulders that have been working with RFSD clients, sharers for over a year at this point, year and a half, getting close to 2 years. A couple things. One is the success level that we created with RFSD through the shoulder relationships with the sharers was unprecedented for the district. I think the utilization rate was as high as 10%, and the average utilization rate prior to shoulder coming in was less than 3%, closer to 2%. And that's huge in terms of my understanding of how success is measured. We also had a 98% rebooking rate, which is also unheard of. And our something called an NPS was around 99 to start with, and then it bumped down to about 98 point something. And again, that is unheard of in terms of success rates around customer satisfaction. Our surveys that we got back from the teachers were absolutely incredible in terms of the continued growth that they had, the relationships they formed with their shoulders, and it's going to be tough on the shoulders that have worked with RFSD the past year and a half, almost 2 years. So some of them I've already been able to reach out to, others I'll be reaching out to, but I'll speak with each of you individually. And just so you understand what's going on, the RFSD signed a contract with us through next July. However, a new school superintendent and a new chief finance officer were hired, and they have relationships with a different healthcare network that they're bringing in as of January 1st. So even though we actually still have a contract with RFSD, they want to terminate it early because this new health network is coming in. Austin has worked his butt off to make sure that the HR director for the district, as well as the new school superintendent and the new CFO, were made aware of Shoulder. We actually, in Circle, will be sharing some information with you regarding how pleased RFSD was with the level of care that we delivered to the population. And also that shoulderup.org, our nonprofit 501(c)(3), in order to make the transition easier for the teachers that would like to keep working for a while temporarily with their shoulders, while this new healthcare network rolls out whatever their benefits are starting in January. Shoulderup.org is going to cover 3 sessions beginning January 1st in order to make the transition a little bit easier for any of the teachers that want to continue working with their shoulder. Thereafter, what we're trying to set up right now, it would be more of a either subscription and or a pay per session, and we're trying to lower the cost as much as possible in order for the teachers to afford it. We're not sure what the take rate will be, but we are going to offer that as well. And in the meantime, Austin is still in the background trying to fight for Shoulder to be a continued benefit as it is right now, which is basically where the teachers or the shoulders are paid through the claims fund, rather than having to pay out of pocket themselves, which they all really appreciate. So all this to say that we've had an incredible success story with RFSD. We've been recognized by the top leaders of RFSD for that success, and they especially wanted us to recognize the shoulders that have worked with RFSD over the past year and a half to 2 years, because many of the teachers actually talked to the HR director herself and talked about how incredible the support has been for the teachers and the difference that the RFSD shoulders have made. So we'll publish a little bit of something like that in Circle, but beyond that, I just wanted to make it clear that even though the relationship may terminate in its current form, we wanted to make sure that the shoulders felt supported as well as the sharers in RFSD felt supported as well. And that's about all I have for updates. How about you, Austin?
I have another kind of quick just industry recognition updates I can just add if you don't mind. Just over the past few months, Shoulders had an opportunity to gather around benefit consultants, brokers, and some of the top minds in those areas. And the Validation Institute, which is a highly recognized organization to really champion impact carrier type of solutions in healthcare, had us speak at their conference. And the National Association of Benefit Insurance Professionals, NABIP, which is their industry organization for insurance professionals. They had us speak nationally on their behalf at that conference, so it was a huge opportunity there, and we had wonderful, wonderful feedback. And then also, there's another organization that we have a partnership with called ePowered, and they have their own conference coming up in in early next year. And in that conference, we're going to be featured as a speaker, as a thought leader around mental well-being. And I was very honored. They also nominated me for an Emerging Leader Award, and it's a voting deal, so you might see a link or something come out if you would like to. But Shoulder's being recognized from an industry standpoint in several key areas in healthcare and insurance. So I think that that's going to give us a lot of continued credibility and validation. And I'm really proud of the product and programs that y'all have built, and the way that y'all run your sessions, has incredible impact. So we're really being seen as a great thought leader, and I'm really proud to be a part of the organization.
Well, that's about it for our updates, and we really appreciate you watching through this. If you have any questions at all, you can contact me directly at mark@sholder.com. Most of you also have my direct cell phone number. You can also text me there. And if you have any other questions, you can always ask support@sholder.com, and we will get back to you. So thanks again for your time, and have a great day.